But that's good that you good with life, with living kind of, well, I don't want to say normal, but just being at ease with what you do, how you go.
I went on a podcast, like a financial podcast, a couple of maybe a year and a half or 2 years ago, and I knew when I went to this podcast that the motherfucker always clickbaits it by saying some shit about so and so makes X amount of dollars, and I went on there and he said, "How much money do you make?" And I actually kept it real at that time, and I was like, "I have months where I hit $1 million in a month," and the motherfucker titled it that, which I knew that he was going to do that. That's why I said it. And I'm not gonna lie, like I felt like it created jealousy and envy from a lot of people around me. Not necessarily my employees, but other people who are on the channel and stuff. Yeah,
because you come from that grimy audience. They don't care about money. Your audience don't give a fuck about no money.
Well, the audience was probably impressed, but there was people around me who are working for me that I'm paying 80 grand a year, and then they start feeling a certain way because they feel like, oh, I want to get to $1 million, and I don't see how I'm going to advance to that. Whereas the truth is that, like, I mean, good fucking luck. Like, it's just like, it's taken years and years of hard work for me to get my shit where it's at.
They be like, go do what I did.
Yeah,
then you'll get
exactly.
That. That's simple. It ain't no argument. Go do what I did. Follow my lead.
But then they want to do that. Then they want to dip out and they want to try to do that. And it's just going to be a lot harder than
it might work. I mean, then they find out the things that you have to find out coming up.
Yeah.
The struggles sometimes you got to let people go through their struggles.
Yeah.
If they chasing what you got or trying to do what, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But okay, let's have that conversation. So when all the hosts left No Jumper or whatever, I forget exactly what situation led to it, but you did a Say Cheese interview, and I felt like you were kind of unfair in a sense because I always said Bandman Kevo got lipo. He did not get a BBL, which was this big viral meme joke thing for a little while. I was like, I can't imagine that he would get a BBL. Why the fuck would Bandman Kevo want to have a big juicy ass? That don't really make any sense to me. I understand. And when I looked at it, it's like all the photos are just like you with a six pack. And I'm like, that doesn't make me think that he got a BBL. It makes me think he had the fat ripped out of his stomach. And I've had this conversation on here many times because people always, even FYBJ Maine from Chicago was just on here. I don't think the clip came out yet, but he was saying like, did Bandman Kevo get a BBL? And I was like, no, he got lipo. But you seem to be like reacting to me as if I was pushing the narrative that you had a BBL when I never said that, and I never would be under the impression that that would be something that any straight dude.
So look,
Saucy Santana, he be doing it. He's on a different type of level.
So look, let me tell you why me and Big Folks thought that, because it was the person that you was putting on the show that was pushing the narrative. So I was thinking. So I was like,
16.
So I was basically like, maybe
you kind of No Jumper kind of helped create that.
So look, let me tell you, Adam.
I don't even think I was on that episode.
So look, Adam. So let me tell you. No, he wasn't. So listen, let me tell you. So I was like, damn. Because me and Big Folks can't coming out with a podcast. I was like, if somebody didn't like Adam and had a whole lot of negative shit to say, and we just had them just on the podcast just steady saying stuff about Adam, how would he feel about that? You understand what I'm saying? Especially a regular person who ain't nowhere near on this level at all. I'm like, damn, Adam really trying to help this person. No matter if I sent you a long ass text message or this or whatever it is, bro, it's still at the end of the day, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? A person that's trying to get some clout, which I understand.
But wasn't Flacco on there defending you and saying that wasn't the case?
I fuck with Flacco. I'm just basically saying like, that's the only reason why people was really just hating and saying anything when it's just strictly just lipo. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was just like, damn, what's the Adam type shit? You know what I'm saying? That's why we was like,
it looked like that you was trying to help kind of bring Kevo down, but not you personally, but letting the motherfucker come on this big platform. And we know in Chicago, as you can see now, since you left your little money and they ain't been trying to help people and worried about your little shit, his shit then went from it's over with.
I mean, he's still doing some popping shit, right?
He's still trying to do shit. Nothing's popping for him. What's popping?
I'm not even gonna let it pop.
Tell me the last popping thing.
You're not gonna let him. You hating on him big time? Anybody who fucks with him, you getting in the middle of it?
This is basically what I'm saying. It's nothing like that. It's just not gonna go nowhere because you try to.
Look, I don't give a fuck about him. I'm cool with Gabby and what's his name and Tip. Gabby and Tip.
Who's that?
Some people that he try to hide from the world, but he don't understand that if you from Chicago. And Big Folks, like, I know everybody.
Right.
So shout out to Gabby and Tip.
Yeah, Tip.
I don't know who that is.
He do.
You'll find out.
Is that his family or something?
Nah.
You just find out.
He gonna call. He gonna send you a text message about him. But shout out to them girls though, because they reached out. They want management. They trying to model and this and that.
All right, so you see it. We just hit 500K. You know what that means? That means you gotta subscribe and get us to 600K, because we are dangerously close to 666K.